Welcome everybody to the third and final video on this series. So if you haven't seen the last two ones I did, check them out. You're gonna put the annotations here. If you have already seen them, okay, well, let's begin. Golden Axe 3 only came out in Japan for the Mega Drive in 1993, and it eventually made its way to North America, but only through the Sega Channel. You know the Sega Channel, that service where you plug a special cartridge in your coaxial cable, and after paying a subscription, you would be able to download games, demos to play, etc.
Got a Sega Genesis? Cool. Want to rule your friends for the rest of their pathetic little lives? Then call now to get hooked into Sega Channel, the coolest way to get your games. You'll get wicked new stuff that's only on Sega Channel. Up to 50 ripping games a month for less than 50 cents a day. So get a phone, get a parent, get them together. Because if you want Sega Channel, they've got to call. Get hooked in to Sega Channel.
Yes, it was ahead of its time, really. But did you know? Because of that, the cable companies had to clean their signals and lay the foundations to be able to transport data as well as video and voice. And that paved the road for high-speed broadband that we now have. Yeah, so thank Sega for that. We did eventually get more ports in different Sega Collection games, and also on the Wii's Virtual Console. The game has a reputation of being the worst in the franchise for the 16-bit console. Sega of Japan is not going to release this title here in the States, and for good reasons. The graphics are by far some of the most played looking on the Mega Drive. Plus, the new magic effects aren't as impressive as before. So, if you're considering purchasing this title from an overseas seller, don't waste your bucks. Even IGN gave the Virtual Console release a 5 out of 10, saying Golden Axe 3 is certainly the worst in the franchise trilogy. But is it really? The land continues to be terrorized, but now by the Prince of Darkness.
The moon has struck.
And he's gotten the Golden Axe. Okay guys, intervention here. We need to talk. You need to take care of the Golden Axe. It's supposed to be important, come on! So hopefully these new characters can take care of the Golden Axe. We have Proud Krager, the Giant, Kronos Rake, the Human Panther, Kane Grinder, the Swordsman, and Sarah Burner, the Swordswoman. Love these names. The only returning character from the previous game is Gilius Thunderhead, but now he's the pimp and he sends his bitches to do his work. The Moon Hellstrike has cursed the heroes, and now you have to lift the curse from them by kicking the shit out of them, of course. Oh, thanks for saving my life. Yeah, no problem. Were you trying to kill me? No, why would you even say that? I didn't say it like that, I mean just... Die, bitch! And so, spoilers ahead. Throughout the game we see this anthropomorphic eagle guy, and close to the end we fight him mano a mano. And when we defeat him, it was the king all along! Then you finally get to the real fight. And of course you save the land again and retrieve the Golden Axe. Again. I'm sure this time it will be kept safe for sure. And you know what? You can actually get a bad ending where you fail to get the Golden Axe back. But I'm not sure how to do it. But nonetheless, it's cool to have different endings for sure. And of course, this wouldn't be a Golden Axe game without ridiculous credits. And there are some returning ones from games before. The graphics receive a major bump this time around. especially the backgrounds. I mean, we finally get parallax scrolling. There are some amazing places here as well. I mean, we're now flying and fighting on top of an eagle. I guess this reminisces a little bit like the first game, but that one doesn't look as good as this one. Overall, there's a lot of movement in the backgrounds and a lot of parallax scrolling. As you can tell, I really don't agree with EGM about the graphics, but one area I do agree on is the magic attacks. Not visually, but the sound they make. They sound like shit, like actual farts. The sound effects overall have been taking a dive for me. The first game had great and satisfying sound effects, the second one not that much, and the third one even less. But as you've been hearing, the music is really well done, arguably the best in the series. As you saw, we have 4 new characters to choose from. They all have very different abilities. To start, the magic of course is different depending on which character you choose. And we go back to the original way to use the magic from the first game. Noms at all. There's an awesome new way to interact when playing co-op. If we face together, they will nod at each other, and at that point you can either do a combined attack, or even better, you can combine magic. And we can do devastating magic attacks. Electronic Gaming Monthly said that the magic attacks weren't as impressive. What were they smoking? They look awesome! There are now many more button combinations to do different attacks, and even a way to block, but honestly I didn't use them that much. I do love Proud Cragger's diving kick though. Gravity be damned! One thing I don't like are the beasts you can ride in this game. I found them to be not useful or fun, plus they look ridiculous. Another new thing is that now you can rescue villagers, and if you rescue enough of them you get a life. And we continue to have stupid AI, but not nearly as suicidal as the last 2 games. Partly because most of the holes you actually can't fall in, but there are still some. I guess I don't learn either. The previous 2 Golden Axe games had a 4 megabit ROM size cartridge, but this third one has an 8 megabit ROM size. This allowed the developers to add more stuff, and they definitely did. At certain points you can choose which way to go, and this will change the next stage you play on. As a result, the game is much longer, and with the different paths and more characters to choose from, it has way more replayability than the 2 first games. The only downgrade I see from Golden Axe 2 is the duel. We no longer fight progressively more powerful enemies, we now go back to the first game where we battle 1 versus 1, which is a shame because I do love the way it was done in the last game. Oh well, at least you get to play as this eagle guy, and he is fast. Golden Axe 3 adds a lot of improvements from its predecessors. Better overall presentation, a longer and more involved campaign, and even expanded control scheme. Then we add branching paths and more characters to choose from, and we got a mixture for a great hack and slash. I have no idea where this game gets its hate from. Yes, for 1993 standards, it might not look as good as some other games around. Some of the problems from the original games are still present, and we lose the duel from the second game. But still, this is not nearly as bad as people say it is. You know what? It's even my favorite Golden Axe game. If I was to go with pure nostalgia, the first Golden Axe wins. But if I'm being honest, Golden Axe 3 is the best game of the 3. So, thanks for watching Gokado's Retro Reviews, and thanks for coming with me in this journey that is Golden Axe. It's a great series of games, and I see nothing but greatness in its future. Oh no. No.
No!
Only the most gorgeous people stay until the end of the video. Shh, don't tell anyone. I got more for you to see. Don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Twitter where I post updates and random crap if you're interested. Also, don't forget to visit the Console Explosion for all your geek and gaming news and shows. And hasta la próxima.